Life is precious, very precious, and we're supposed to be very careful on how we live our life. It's wise to make peace with ourselves first and with the environment around us. Now, there are always going to be places whereby chaos seems to reign, but there's a way we can find peace within that chaos. May sound absurd, but think about it. Just because everybody is shouting, do you really need to shout? Just because everybody is running, do you need to run? Just because everybody is pointing fingers, do you need to point a finger? You need to ask the real questions of, do I really need to? Because in a time of chaos, in a time of people being desperate, people are making choices and living lifestyles that eventually end up putting them in places and spaces they should never be in. Do you know a very innocent photo can land you in a situation whereby people can then try and pin you with someone who's done a crime? An innocent selfie, an innocent photo, not knowing that the person next to you is or has committed a crime so severe that will send shiver down everyone's spine. And just because of that one photo you took with them, you can be dragged down into conversations you're thinking, yikes, how did I get myself into this one? And by the time you're untangling yourself from it, your reputation has been so damaged, it's hard to recover. Look around you. I mean, yesterday we had an helicopter, a military helicopter with armrest stuff that fell in a residential place. And there's a mother who left her child only to come and not find her child again because a child was blown up by the helicopter flames. The people who had left from one place, only pieces of them were being put in paper bags so that a DNA can be done and to recognize who is who. But they will never have known if they took that flight, something that have happened. Same yesterday, train, bus collide there and then. Same day, we have a bus and a rider, and the rider ended up being thrown and splashed all over, gone. Who would have seen that coming? Nobody. But it happened. Life is so precious. Your health is very precious. Right now, we are seeing the so-called oligarchs, the big who is who, trying to give ideas about your health. I mean, some big men, they say when money is on the table, it doesn't know the grammar. So some people believe they run everything, decide the fate of everyone. And eventually in a place and space whereby your education, your population, your welfare, everything is determined by someone who's never even been to your country, who's never been to your place, but they determine if you live or if you die. That's where we are. So how do you then take care of yourself? You have to watch what you eat, what you consume that is physical, what you consume that is spiritual, what you consume digitally, what you consume in your conversation, because whatever you consume builds up and is digested. And whether it's in your physical body, whether it's your spirit, whether it's in your mind, it will produce something. And whatever it produces, it's you. And that's the reality. The intentions of your heart will be known with time. Many people will say, I want a job, I'm looking for a job. You give them the job. They feel bad at it because they wanted the salary. They didn't want what entailed to get that salary. Someone says, I want a business. Fine. You tell them the process. They start. They realize the expenses, the operating expenses or the capital expenses, and they're thinking, I just wanted the profit. No, it doesn't work like that. Oh, and don't forget the taxes to add on top of it. Because that's life. And life is very precious. Do not underestimate the times that you have right now. Nothing is guaranteed. That flight you take isn't guaranteed. The pilot can be okay, but the plane could be having an issue. Or the pilot could be having an issue. Or the pilot and the plane are okay, but the weather has an issue with you. And besides that plane, like the current flight that you've seen that is kind of trending, whereby people are like, I think 29 hours mid-flight in a place that should have been shorter because of a heavy storm. That could have been you. When you wake up, there are no guarantees. The same phone that you use can blow up right in your phone, in your face. Maybe it was charged, maybe it wasn't charging. Maybe the beauties inside decide, maybe we don't want to be here. They blow up. When you leave your home, what's guaranteed that you're coming back to a house? You may come back to a house and a car flew and blew up in your house. There are no guarantees. There are no guarantees when you arrive at your workplace that the same guys you are working with, they are in their normal mental state. No, one of them could have snapped and they said, you know what, I'm taking all of you out of here. Whether they choose to place bombs, whether they choose to do a shooter, whether they choose to burn the whole place, you really don't know. You go to your favorite restaurant, your waiter or your chef is serving you and you're saying, today my special. Maybe that day special, the restaurant was going down and maybe the owner is fed up, or maybe the products you're taking are already expired, or maybe the person serving you, preparing the meal has said, today I'm taking people down. And you never know what has been list, and guess what? You end up taking it. Nothing is guaranteed. Life is too precious. So instead of fighting with everyone and everything, take a step back and ask yourself, why are you clenching your fist? Why? Why are you clenching your fist? So once you throw the first punch, and then what? Let's say you do give a good hit, and whatever it is you're giving a hit goes down. And then what? There are things you cannot take back. Remember, words, you cannot take back words. Once they slip from your tongue, they're gone. There are words you say, you record and you say and you utter. You can't take those words back. People say, now we know what you're thinking. Maybe that wasn't what you were thinking, but now how do you retract those statements? And in a world whereby views matter more than context, you might find yourself being cooked somewhere where people can edit out a particular area and just to have a particular narrative. And by the time people decide, let me do a whole clip, already a wrong narrative has been given. All of a sudden, you are once hailed a hero. Now everybody is carrying a torch to take you down. Life is precious. Take care of your health. Take care of your mental state. Deal with what you can deal with, what you can't drop. Being a workaholic doesn't mean that you're going to get whatever you want. You'll be a workaholic. You'll end up having, your body will end up having a burnout. What do you think happens when you fall and when you become very ill? You think your company is going to come and say, wow, what an amazing employee of the month? No. They'll be like, oh, that one, oh, wow, he really, really, or she really, really loved to work. Oh, well, let's find another one. There's still many people looking for jobs. Ooh, just like that. That's how much you get replaced. Yeah, that fast. That fast. So ask yourself, how are you taking care of your health? Or you think in your marriage that you're holding out for the kids and the kids will hold on for you? Nah, it doesn't work like that. The kids may never really get to understand what mommy or daddy was going through until it's too late. Because there are things as a parent you may never tell your child, and you can't tell your child. They hail you as a hero, but they don't know what you're going through. They don't know the kicks. They don't know what you're enduring. The smiles you keep like everything's okay, but deep down you know the level of debt or the promiscuity of your partner. And you're asking a decision, if I pull the plug here, what happens? Financially, maybe I'll be the one to take the major hit. And these are the times we're living in. But the most important thing, love yourself enough to ask yourself, when is enough? When do you stop and say, my health matters? When do you stop and say, I need a change? Because what you procrastinate, if you don't sort it out in due time, will become a thorn in your future. So if it's that business, start it. If it's that relationship, go for it. If it's that marriage, go for it. If it's that employment, make your application. If it's that trip, start planning for it. Whatever it is, if that's new skill you want to learn, start working on it and implement them. Because life isn't guaranteed, time is not on your end. You may say, I'm going to wait for until I hit, 50 so that you can go for that cruise ship or that holiday. Who told you that when you hit 50, you'll be able to go? Maybe you hit 50, you may have an accident that now puts you in hospital. Oof. You never really went for that, and did you? No, you didn't. Or that cruise ship, but that time you go for that cruise ship or that whatever tour you're going for, you're sleeping through the whole tour now. Does it show the value? So every stage of your life, celebrate your small wins. Yeah. That birthday no one is singing for you, sing for yourself. Appreciate yourself. Buy yourself new things. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Because as you said that I'm doing this or for that, I'm sorry. No, they will never understand your impact. In fact, they will tell you, I don't want your trauma. I don't want your problem. Isn't that what many kids are telling their parents? And their parents thinking, I did it for you. And the child says, I don't want your trauma. I don't want to be like you. So you think they'll understand? No. So take care of yourself, because this life, no one's going to take care of you. It starts with you. Once you take care of yourself, you blossom. And then everybody notices that beautiful flower. So please, take care of yourself. Water yourself. You are that important.